back to a brand new video. Yes, I'm back in my usual habitat. I actually have a couple minutes to sit here and record a couple videos for you guys, which I'm super stoked about. And before anybody gets on my ass about it, yes, these are fake glasses. I'm trying to see if this overall look will be good for my face so I can order some actual glasses, because boy, the other ones make my face look a little too squishy. I'm literal Sonic milkshake trash, so I need something that's gonna work with me and my milkshake habits. Anyways, if you haven't seen my Fairy Tale 100-Year Quest is Creating Plot Holes video, you should definitely check it out. And if you have, I will be discussing a couple things about it at the end of this video. I won't bore you with them right now. Anyways, today we're going to be doing a live reaction to Fairy Tale 100-Year Quest Chapter 7, Dragon Sea. As usual, there's going to be a poll in the top right-hand corner where you guys get to rate the chapter 5 stars, 1 star, anything in between really. Fun way for you guys to see what each other thought, and a fun way for you guys to, you know, communicate your feelings about it too, because I feel like YouTube is a very shitty platform for hearing from your, like, the viewers, you know, so I think the poll is really underused, so I like to integrate it into my channel. Anyways, with that whole intro out of the way, let's get into the video. So Chapter 7, Dragon Sea, we start off with Grey, Frost, Juvia, Rogue, and it's adorable, and I also have some things to say about it at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Anyways, we're back with Kyria, Lucy, Natsu, and Happy. 5th generation Dragon Slayers, Dragon Eaters, a guild full of only their kind. And her face. Her face. You know, there was somebody in the comments that was saying, like, oh, like, it doesn't mean that she has to be evil. Okay. Of course, we don't know too much about her, but I mean, anybody with that face in a manga, an anime, anything, is automatically, like, on the negative side of the spectrum. You know, like, it's kind of hard to argue against it. Anyways, who are you people? Are you also targeting the water god dragon? And we get a shot of, you know, maybe. And oh, she like straight out attacked Natsu and he's like bleeding? Natsu, I don't appreciate half-hearted answers. Fire dragons. Fire magic won't work in water. A fire dragon, looks delicious. Is she planning on eating Natsu? Okay, I have a couple things to say about this. I feel like at some point Natsu's flames are gonna surpass like the water, and they're gonna give us like some like explanation, like, oh, his like flames are so hot that they're evaporating the water around him and like able to maintain it. I don't know. That's like the trend with Fairy Tale. Like, it's gonna work at some point. Natsu cannot be useless when it comes to dragons, like, you know. Anyways, I mean, I really hope Lucy can do something. Please, God, let her do something. I need to see Lucy kick some ass. It's been a roller coaster with Lucy and her powers. Like, I know she can't defeat, you know, this level of Dragon Slayer, but like, come on, just something. Underwater, if Aquarius was here, at the very least, this form of her still has a little bit of her power. Aquamatria. And she cut it. She cut it. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised because, like, we've had characters like break magic, like Gildart, and cut through magic before, like Erza, so I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm surprised, but like, damn it. She cut the water. There's nothing I can't cut. This is the power of the Blade Dragon. Another naked Lucy. It's a little overdone, but whatever. I like Natsu's face, so he's like, ooh. The star dress was defeated so easily. What the hell? It's now the second time this has happened since I came to this town. Exactly. You look more delicious now in another way. Ooh. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does she swing for the other team, if you know what I mean? Virgo, swimsuit version. Grin. This too, stop. She's obviously frozen. This is Grey. What do we have here? Grey. No way. This guy is, I mean, I get it's his, like, his signature thing, like, no way, but like, boy, stop. The manager? The prisoner? The humans we chased? Where have you all been hiding all this time? I was with you the whole time. This and what the emissary of the water god dragon. Emissary. The emissary who sends a sacrifice to the water god dragon has been killed. This is a huge deal. He is going to be angry. Oh. Will the angered water god dragon show his face? In that case, it was a good idea to cut down that snake. She just busts out of the ice. The ice, watch out. She even cut my shorts. No, I did not. So he was naked before he got there. This is a quite interesting group of people, but it's time we got serious. Ooh, she sent something. Erza up. The shots. Erza, why am I the only one who can't change back to normal? She's still a jellyfish. What are you doing to my friends? A sword? Perfect. Let's cross swords with my blade. It's exactly what I was predicting. Who is this? Ahead? What? Madmal. You were late to return, Kyria Dono. So I got worried. Don't like the way this character looks, but I mean, whatever. Seems like another dragon eater, probably. One of her mates. He stopped Erza's sword with his head. There's nothing he can't block. The dragon eater with the strongest armor. The armored dragon Madbull. Nice to meet you. Honestly, I alone would have been enough. Scallion Dono? Said to come back. That can't happen. The water god dragon might appear here. That and these people. I haven't found delicious prey like them in a long time. Who are these guys? No clue, but they're after the water god dragon. Ooh, okay. I'm not gonna turn to the next page, but I swear, I really hope this water god dragon is like nice. She's like really scared. What the fuck? This entrance though. Yeah, he looks really cool. Water god Sama? Did he diffuse all of the water? I think so, because it looks like they're drying off. What is all the fuss? What is all this fuss in my sea? Human. To be continued. Okay, so by that chapter alone, we can kind of see that I think it's a dragon slayer that got turned into a dragon, just like Animotica. That makes sense, since in the beginning of the series they said that they were like, the 5 god dragons were like Animotica, so maybe in that sense that they were dragon slayers that got turned into dragons. Really like the character design. I'm not sure what to think of this new character. I mean, he seems like the funny, like, grunt kind, but like, not a big fan of the character design, but the eyebrows are on point. Anyways, I'm gonna give that chapter like a 4.5. It wasn't like, whoa, blowing me out of my seat, but it was interesting enough for me to keep reading, and I really like that we're gonna finally see some more of the water god dragon. It was a very good transition chapter to what's coming up next. And there's somebody exiting their apartment. Bye. So overall, I don't think that it was the most amazing chapter, but it definitely wasn't a bad chapter. So to what I was going to say regarding my Fairy Tail 100-year quest is creating plot holes video. Okay. I feel like the video was perceived in both a good way and a bad way, and I'm just here to address a couple things. No, I'm not going to take anything back that I said in the video, except maybe the part where I said that dragon slayers could smell other dragon slayers. I honestly, at that point, I went off script and I was just remembering something, and I could have sworn at some point they could like sense each other, but maybe I was wrong. I don't know, I just remember like mentioned like something like that along those lines. Anyways, it's like the only thing that I'm even gonna remotely like take away from that video. Everything else was like straight fact. Everything was actually in a script written for me, factual. I didn't go off it except for that one point. Anyways, it is taking away from the final arc of Fairy Tail and Fairy Tail as a whole. Okay, this series as a standalone like spin-off would be great, and I've heard other people talk about this plenty. It would be great as like a spin-off where it's happening like on a separate plane, but since they're including Acnologia in the past storyline, it is taking away from it, because if you really think about it, just hear me out, Acnologia was supposed to be this scary dragon, like Xerath was supposed to be like this crazy wizard, and now suddenly there's like beings, like especially dragons, that are like more superior and just were around, and if these are dragon eaters, are they eating the bones? Like, I've been hearing people say like, oh, they're eating the bones, it's fine, it's not like dragons exist anymore, but like, come on, like, doesn't that seem like poor writing on like, no? It doesn't seem like poor writing, like eating bones of dragons to gain their power. Doesn't that sound like a little bit silly? Like, I know Fairy Tail as a whole is supposed to be like really lighthearted, but like, come on, like the 7 Deadly Sins, Attack on Titan, freaking like Death Note, like all of these other like great mangas and animes, like they incorporate some really, really like dangerous characters without like having to stoop to such a goofy level, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not digging the whole they'll eat bones. I'm not. It just seems really goofy and like they're pulling things out of their ass, to be honest. And then people are really confused about Rogue and the Grand Magic arc of the whole thing. Okay, Rogue was in 7 years in the future from that point in time. Acnologia at that point was ruling the world. Rogue became evil because in that timeline, he hadn't told Natsu about Gray, and Gray went on to kill Frost when he was infiltrating the guild Avatar to like uncover secrets about, you know, Zareth. Okay, so that's when Rogue became evil, and then, you know, Acnologia started ruling. So from that point he went back, and it gets a little bit confusing because there had to have been multiple times that he went back in time. We were having major discussions about it in the comments. Anyways, there were no dragons in the future, just Acnologia, and he ruled by himself. There were no 10,000 dragons coming in from the gate. That was all Rogue's doing. He needed the 10,000 dragons, or not 10,000, he said that there were going to be 10,000 because he wanted Princess Hisui to open the gate. He just wanted an army of dragons to defeat Acnologia right away, so that way he can become the ruler of dragons and the ruler of the world. So there were no 10,000 dragons, there are no thousands of dragons roaming the world. No, they came out of the Eclipse Gate. They were going to come out of the Eclipse Gate. Nothing, no dragons. That out of the way. It seems like poor writing if Acnologia and Zareth didn't know about the remaining dragons, because, okay, like they can provide whatever explanations that they want in this series, and I'm not saying that they're not going to, okay? I never said once that they're not going to give us an explanation. I'm saying whatever they say has to be very, very, very good, or it's gonna not make sense, because Acnologia and Zareth were supposed to be like the be-all end-alls, and now they're kind of like getting shit on because now they didn't know about all these things and whatnot. And don't you think that they could have come up with a different, like, enemy? Like 5 dragons, like that's cool. Like, I love dragons, like, phone case, dragon. I just love dragons. I'm not bashing on the whole dragon concept. But I thought with Acnologia's death that was going to be the chapter being closed on dragons and we were going to move on to something else. And when I heard of the 100-year quest, I was thinking more along the lines of we're going to encounter an enemy that's even more superior than dragons, you know, something that could turn a blind eye to anything that was going on in the world, because, you know, dragons are beneath me, human beings are beneath me, you know, like a god maybe, like the god that cursed Zareth, you know? That would have been really interesting to see Natsu go up against him, because who's more powerful than Zareth? Zareth couldn't even like break the curse himself, so it would only make sense if that god was more powerful than Zareth. And so it'd be good to see some kind of development. But now we're coming in with more dragons, and I just feel like it's poor writing. Like, come on guys, like we could have seen something different and been like intrigued with something different. We didn't need these dragons. Anyways, I didn't want any of this to come off as a rant. I'm just trying to explain to you like how the story could have been better and less confusing for people, especially since I'm not gonna say I'm a literature like queen or anything, but I have taken many English classes in college and throughout my entire, you know, lifespan. And if an author isn't making a clear point in the very beginning, then that's not, you know, my fault for not understanding. That's not any of the reader's faults for not understanding. That's poor writing on the author's part. There have been plenty of manga and anime that I've seen and read that make complete sense, and I don't have to guess as to what's going on. A good example of that is the 7 Deadly Sins, which I make reviews on all the time, and people think it's like mostly 5 stars every time. That's just my whole take on it. You know, take it as you will, but I feel like people weren't giving me the time of day when it came to it. Like, they were just listening and then saying, no, you're wrong because this and this and this could happen. I was taking facts that had already transpired, you know, things that were set in stone figuratively within the manga. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope this kind of cleared up my like view on things. Let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. I did think it's better. Honestly, I'm gonna start looking at it as like a separate kind of series to Fairy Tail, just so I can enjoy it a little bit more and take it for what it is. I know that I can't go back and change anything, and you know, who cares about my opinion, whatever. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!